Hi everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be doing my February wrap up for you guys. Now I know you're wondering, Christina, you didn't do a January wrap up. Well, guess what? The first time, and I want to say probably about 3 years, I didn't read anything in the month of January. I know. For shame. For frickin' shame. I cannot believe I didn't read anything. It's not like I wasn't trying. I kept picking stuff up and then putting it down. Picking it up and putting it down. And I wasn't in the mood for reading, which is completely unlike me. Anyways, let's just get on with the video. In the month of February, I read a total of 4 books. Now still, you guys know that is very low for me, so I'm still going to try to pick myself back up in my reading speed. But they were decent sized books, so I'm not too terribly mad at myself. It's about a book a week. So anyways, let's get on with it. After I finish my February wrap up, I will be showing you guys what I will be reading in the month of March. Okay, so the first book that I read in the month of February, it was Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. This follows a girl named Etta Spencer. She has no idea that her family is a series of time travelers, and to me, this book wasn't very impactful. Like, I don't remember too much stuff that happened in it. This book didn't really stick with me. The writing, don't get me wrong, was really good. This was my first book that I read by Alexandra Bracken. I do have her other series, the Darkest Mind trilogy. I have that over there on my shelf. But as for this being the first book that I read by her, it was okay. I give it a 4 out of 5 stars. Again, it didn't stick with me that well. It was an okay read. Next book I read was Magic Bites by Alona Andrews. This is the first book in the Kate Daniels series, and also the first time I kind of ruined a book. Look guys, I actually got it wet while I was in my purse, and I'm so bummed out because it's actually personalized to me from her. But this follows a girl named Kate Daniels. She's trying to investigate the murder of her guardian, so it goes through how she's dealing both with his murder and trying to figure out what exactly happened to him. Now, this is an urban fantasy series, and one of my best friends, Colleen, she is absolutely obsessed with this book, so I told her I would start this series, and I really did enjoy this. My favorite character was a man named Colin. And you guys just have to read it to meet his character, because his character was the whole reason why I enjoyed this book so much. I loved his witty banter and just the way how he brought the book to life. So that part was really excellent for me. This was slow moving, so if you do decide to pick up this series, it's going to be about 150 pages before you really get into it. Now I know that's saying a lot because this book is only 260 pages. So, I mean, 100 pages. But you gotta think, this is the first book in a long series. I think there's like 8 books out right now, and she's still continuing to write more. So you gotta think this is a big series you're getting into. So it's gonna take a while to get into it. I ended up giving this 3.75 out of 5 stars. Next book I read, I really enjoyed, and that is Glass Sword by Victoria Aveyard. This is the second book to Red Queen. I don't know how many books there are going to be in this series, but I do know if you guys are like iffy on continuing on with the series, don't be, because it did get better. There was a couple problems, issues with this book where it was slow here and there, but surprisingly I ended up still giving it a 5 out of 5 stars. This book really stuck with me. I like the character development in this one much more than the first one. It was very tropey, but I kind of like tropey books. It doesn't bother me like how it does some people. So I would definitely highly recommend you guys continuing on with the series if you're kind of iffy with it, because I thought it was really good. And the last book that I read in the month of February was by far my favorite book that I read in the month of February, and that is Unhooked by Lisa Maxwell. Guys, I don't know if you know this about me, but Peter Pan retellings, I don't care what kind of a retelling it is for Peter Pan. If it's a Peter Pan retelling, I will buy it. The end. I will buy it. This book was so freaking gripping and creepy and just magical and whimsical, and just, I loved it so very much. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. I give it 1,000 stars if I could. I enjoyed it that much. This book is still sticking with me. It brought out so much emotion to the point where I wanted to kill one of the characters. That's how you know that you have a good book, is when a story pulls you in that much to where you don't even remember where you are, where you just want to kick butt right along with the other characters. And I just thought it was freaking fantastic. I plan on doing a full review for this by itself, and I also contacted the author for you guys, and I got a few things that I'm going to be doing a giveaway with. I got some signed bookmarks, and then also a signed little postcard thing. So be looking forward and keeping your eyes out for that, because like I said, I will be doing a giveaway. I will be giving away also, I'm going to get you guys your own copy of Unhooked, and then it'll be given away with this free swag. So like I said, keep an eye out for my review to come for this. Amazing read. You guys have to read this book. If anything out of all the books that I've shown you, read this book. Now on to my March TBR. I'm excited about the books that I have picked out for this month. Now, a few things could change here or there, but I'm really in the rereading mood. So there's a couple books that are rereads, and then also a few that are some new reads. So let's get on with it. So the first book that I am currently reading is Killing Sarai by J.A. Redmersky. Guys, I am only 41 pages into this thing, and I've already, within the first chapter, like, started crying because of how creepy and how gripping this book is. Like, you feel, because of the stuff that's in this book, it could actually happen. It's so damn creepy. So what this book is about is it follows Sarai, and when she was 14, her mother took her to Mexico to live with a drug lord. Now, the drug lord, he prostitutes out women, and then, of course, he deals with drugs and all that. She does not want to be there any longer, and she decides to escape. As of right now, I don't know what's happened to her mother. I just know that she decided that she wanted out, so she snuck out, and she climbs in this American's car that the drug lord hired to kill somebody else, and then things just shoot off from there. Like, it's mind-blowing and creepy, and to think that stuff like this actually happens in other countries where women gets prostituted out is just, it creeps me the hell out. But J.A. Redmersky is my favorite new adult author, besides like Colleen Hoover, of course. But I love J.A. Redmersky's writing. It's so gripping, and her writing is just so easy to read, and it was just, love it. Loving it so far. I can definitely tell I'm absolutely going to love this series. If you guys are not bothered by violence and sex and all that, then I would definitely check this out. But that's more so in my wrap-up. Next book I want to read is the second book in the Kate Daniels series, and that is Magic Burns by Alona Andrews. I want to continue on with the series. I don't want to wait because I'm afraid that I'm going to forget what happens just in the first book. So I'm going to continue on and read one of these a month. Next, for my first reread, it is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Now, I always read the first 2 books a lot, like reread them all the time. So I figured this time with my reread, I'm going to start off with the 3rd book, because it's not like I don't memorize them anyways. So I'm really looking forward to jumping back in the world of Harry Potter. I will be going to Harry Potter World for my birthday in September, which will be my 3rd time, and I cannot wait whatsoever. I cannot wait to jump back into the world. I'm so obsessed with Harry Potter, as you guys know. It is my absolute favorite. Second reread is going to be The Mortal Instruments, City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I have been really wanting to jump back into this world. I love this series so much, but I've kind of forgotten exactly how much I loved it. Like, I want to feel that again. And this time, I think what I'm going to do, because I haven't read the Infernal Devices trilogy yet, so what I think I'm going to do is read them in chronological order of how they were published, because that's how you're supposed to. And then Lady Midnight should be coming out on March 8th, so I'm going to pick that up. And then also there's some novellas out now, but there's going to be a bind-up in November, so I will be looking to get my hands on that. And then I also have the Bane Chronicles somewhere on my shelves. So I can't wait to jump back into the world and immerse myself in the Shadowhunter world. Next book I have, this is going to be the second book to Retaliation, and that is Restoration by T.L. Coulter. The first book left off with a cliffhanger, so I've been really wanting to get back into the world. I'm hoping that my favorite man, my male character, is okay and safe, because on that last book, guys, you got me, TL, you got me. So I'm excited to jump back into this and see what happens. I'm hoping that she doesn't break my heart. Please, TL, please don't break my heart. I love him. And the last book that I have in my March TBR is going to be The School of Good and Evil by Soman Chainani. I probably butchered the crap out of that name, but I'm sorry. I can't pronounce it. Anyways, it's a middle grade fantasy novel about two girls. I don't know their names, but it's these two girls on the cover. You either go to a good school, like the School of Good, or the School of Evil. Well, one who thinks that she's supposed to be in the good school actually goes to the evil, and then the one who thinks she's evil actually goes to the good school. So I've heard nothing but great things. Reagan over Peruse Project just read this, and she absolutely loved it. So I'm excited to jump in this because I actually quite love middle grade a lot. If you did not know, Harry Potter is actually considered middle grade, so there you go. Alright guys, that is all I have for my February wrap-up and my March TBR. Some things could change here or there with my TBR, but I think I'm pretty set on it. I'm pretty happy with the books that I've chosen for this month. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys will be reading in the month of March, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Mwah.